So hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Frankie's Fixes, where I endeavour to solve your design dilemmas. Now, if you have a room or a space that you're struggling with and you'd like me to fix it for you, then just head to the link in my bio. Now this week we are looking at and fixing Nichole's master suite.
Hi, my name is Nichole, this is Nina, and we moved into this house about 3 years ago with my partner and stepson Roscoe, and we have done a full top to bottom renovation on the house. So we have got a lot of questions, design dilemmas. The building work started the week this little one was born. She's now 8 months old, so we are ready to get in and start living in our dream house.
So as we can see from Nichole's video, it looks like she's done a bit of a loft conversion, which is a master bedroom with an ensuite shower room. So a master suite, which is really exciting because it's a great space to work with. I also really like the fact that she's already made some design choices. She's chosen already a Valspar paint called Sheepskin Rug, great name. And she's chosen some lovely tiles, but she doesn't know quite how to arrange them yet. One of those color cards I see in the video looks like an orange. Now I'm gonna go with this, and I've chosen a color called Red Squirrel by Fenwick and Tilbrook. And it's a color I've used before. I used it in a client's house in a hallway before, but I think it will work really well in her bedroom. Now people are funny about orange, but bear with me on this one because I think it's gonna look great. So we're gonna go with the Valspar paint sheepskin rug on the 3 walls, but then on the wall where she wants to put the bed, I'm gonna put the orange red squirrel. Now the other thing she said is she's had to put in beams and box that out to support the ceiling, which is quite a common thing people have to do, often with pipe work when they're doing renovations, or indeed putting RSJs in, then they've got to be boxed out. So this is not going to be a purchase, it's going to have to be a bit of a project, but a really good upholsterer or even a DIY project would be able to do it quite simply. Now, the bed head is going to be upholstered around the boxing. She could go all the way to the ceiling, or she just go just below, which is what I'd probably recommend, and then wrap it around the returns of the boxing. So you need some upholstery foam, and you need the fabric. Now I've chosen this really lovely Andrew Martin fabric, which I just love, partly because of the lovely stripe and slight zigzags in it. It's really eclectic. It's got lovely earthy tones to it. It's got the orange, it's got the pinks, but it brings in all the colors. It's got a little bit of turquoise as well, a bit of browns, a bit of plum, and then all she needs then is just a normal divan bed. Also on the bed, I've chosen a couple of lovely cushions. These pick out the colors in the fabric. There's a lovely mustardy, sort of yellow, soft yellow velvet cushion from Ochre with a nice bit of fringing, which gives a touch of luxury, and a really lovely sort of dusty mauve colour velvet cushion from M&S, again with fringing. So sort of 2 of those each on the bed would look lovely. At the end of the bed, and we'll see this in a minute, there's not a lot of room for storage in the bedroom, but I've chosen this really nice ottoman. I love an ottoman at the end of a bed, and also if they open up like this one does, then it's really good storage. And this is in a nice neutral colour, a sort of beigey, sort of soft grey, a bit like the sheepskin rug colour on the wall, and also the sort of thicker stripe in the Andrew Martin fabric. And you can sit on it, look out, put your shoes on, whatever you're doing. Talking about storage, in the video you'll see she points to this little alcove, which is very common to have in sort of renovations when you've gone into the attic or something, because they're under the eaves, and that is often the only option for storage. So what I suggest she does is she gets some little wooden doors made on it. They won't be very expensive, or you could probably get something similar from IKEA using kitchen doors, but I would paint those also in the red squirrel, and then behind them, so you could either have them glazed or just open, just tack some really nice ruched gingham. Now the gingham I've chosen is a kind of plummy colour. It's a dressmaking fabric, but I've also used it for interiors, so it's a really easy fabric to work with, and it just adds a bit more sort of feature and colour. It picks up the plums in the bedhead fabric, but also I really like the modern take with the gingham, and it adds that sort of layering eclectic feel. And then in the little alcove, you just easily put a rail and you've got a little cupboard, or you can put the shoe racks that you can get, and that becomes part of your storage. The other thing I've chosen is this really lovely fluted wooden chest of drawers, and I propose that this goes on the wall as she goes into the bedroom. You've got a lovely big wall there, which is painted in the sheepskin colour, And I love the kind of colour of this wood. It's a bit like the tones, the sort of orangey browny tones in the fabric. It's a really good size, and it's also extra storage. And then above that, I've chosen this sort of triptych of pictures from Ochre. It's a really lovely picture, and I just love, well, pictures, it's 3, so you can space them out, but I just love the kind of background. It almost looks like a plastery, pinky, browny colour, which will just bring all the colours really well together. Now on the window, I have gone for some linen curtains in a soft, dusty pink, and I'll explain why I've gone for the dusty pink in a minute. But unlike some other linen curtains I've chosen before, these ones are blackout curtains, so they're really solid and thick, and I suggest she gets 2 pairs because the window looks quite big, and then ruched all together they just look really dramatic and luxurious. And they're from the Secret Linen Store, and they're just this lovely soft pink, and people go pink and orange, but it's actually a really good colour combination. It is actually bits of it in my dress, and you know how I like to match the interiors. But the sort of soft pink picks up the soft pink in the fabric of the bedhead, but also the pink in the tiles in the ensuite. And then I've chosen this lovely rug from Ruggable. Brilliant, it's washable, we love that. And that's got soft greens that mirrors the green, little bits of green in the bedhead. It's got soft pinks, it's got a slightly little orangey colour, and that I would put at the end of the bed, in front of the ottoman and in front of the window. Now either side of the bedhead, not where it's upholstered, but on the walls either side, I've chosen these really sweet antique brass bedside wall lights. And again, I've picked up the sort of stripe theme in the bedhead. It's a kind of plummy red little stripe around the top and the bottom of the shades. Very simple, but very effective. And I saw that she had electrics for wall lights there already, so I'm running with that and putting those there. Below them, some very nice, very simple but chic bedside tables from Darls in a lovely warm plum. So I'm picking up the sort of pinky tones from the curtains and the fabric, and picking up the plum from the gingham in the tools, but also in the bedhead. And they're very simple, and you don't need a lamp on those because you've got the bedside lights. And then a lovely fluted wooden floor standing mirror. I think the bathroom's quite small, so you're probably not going to get a long mirror in there, and you do want a long mirror, and you haven't got a cupboard door to sort of stick one to, so this floor standing one would be great, and that goes really well and mirrors the wooden tones and the fluted feature of the chest of drawers. So I'd put that on the wall as you're going into the bathroom. It's good to have a mirror sort of in that location. I've gone for my favourite rattan floor standing lamp. I would suggest this probably goes next to the chest of drawers by the window. I've used it in previous schemes. I just think it's brilliant. I think it looks far more expensive than it is. It's really chic, and you can move it around the room and play with it. And then also I've gone for an orange velvet bedroom chair. Really important to have a bedroom chair because you need something to chuck your clothes on or sit and look out. And I would put this probably by the window or by the chest of drawers, so she's got a nice little space to sit and look out of the window across her view, but also brings in the orange colour and just another texture to mirror the velvet with the cushions, that sort of luxe feel. And then finally, going back to the dusty pink in the curtains, are her tiles that she's already chosen, which are in a soft dusty pink and a panna cotta. I love that. And she doesn't really know how to do the formation of the tiles, but she says she likes stripes. So it's just doing the tiles, laying them in a stripe. So you have the white ones going down vertically, and then you do a row of the pink and so forth. So it's a bit like candy stripe, like you get those lovely little candy stripe bags, paper bags, which I used to get at my local toy shop when I was little, and I just love them. But I would suggest that she does them in a lovely stripe. Also, having things like that actually make the room seem bigger. So because it's under the eaves, it's going to have quite low ceilings. If you have the stripes going vertically, it's actually going to make the ceiling height seem taller, which is a really good trick, and it just adds an extra sense of space. And the reason why I've gone for the dusty pink linen curtains in the bedroom is it to pick out the pink in the tiles. Often when you have en suites, people don't think of the flow necessarily. And I always say that when you do an ensuite, you should have the same colour palettes going through. It can be quite jarring if you go from a bedroom which has got sort of one colour palette into a bathroom or shower room and it's another. It's quite like, oh, what's going on? So that's why I picked up the soft pinks. And she could have a few sort of slightly rusty orange or wooden accessories in the bathroom, or more antique brass to mirror the antique brass wall lights. So everything sort of has nods to things that are in the other room, and that gives a much greater sense of space. So there she would have a really lovely sort of warm tonal rust orange pinks bedroom with bits of sort of feature in the fabrics, eclectic layering, some lovely artwork, nice earthy wooden tones, some luxurious velvet, and then some lovely candy stripe bathroom tiles, which will basically, I think, make the most glamorous, the most relaxing, slightly eclectic, but luxurious, beautiful master bedroom suite. I have to say, I would really like this room. So having done the mood board and the design scheme, the team, with the help of artificial intelligence, are going to create Nichole's room reveal so she can envisage how her master bedroom suite will look.
Thank you so much, Frankie, for the beautiful design of our bedroom. Being able to visualise it and it all coming to life was just so helpful. Seeing all the colour combinations has made me feel really excited that we can be a bit more confident with combining those types of colours. I think it looks really grounded but also quite luxurious. So it looks like a hotel room. I'm just so excited. I thought that the upholstered headboard idea was just inspired. I'm so excited to try and do that even myself, and we'll definitely be running with the stripes in the bathroom. I noticed that you put some gold fixtures in there and we thought that looked beautiful, so we'll definitely be putting that in the real life version. Thank you so much.
So I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of Frankie's Fixes. And if you have a space or room you're struggling with and you'd like me to fix it for you, then just head to the link in my bio. And don't forget to subscribe here, here, or